Hey guys, I'm gonna make a supplement video right now. So I'm gonna show you three supplements that I take daily. Um, some of them are just pretty much workout supplements, and the third supplement is a multivitamin, which I don't just take for working out. It's good for like general life health benefits. Um, just so I hit my main vitamins and minerals that I'm not getting as much of in my foods. So I'm gonna start. Let me turn this light off. I'm gonna start with my first product, which is Jet Mass. I know it's backwards for you guys, but Jet Mass. This product's made by GAT Sport. I've been using this probably for almost 2 years now. This one is tropical ice flavored, which is good because if you buy just plain creatine and mix it with water, it's pretty nasty, and you kind of just have to chug it. And then you can, or you can do juice and mix it in juice, but I don't really drink juice, so this actually has some added sweetness to it. Tropical ice flavor, like I said, just put some water, 1 scoop, and you can just drink it like that. I use the creatine amino acid complex as a post workout. Some people like to do creatine as a pre workout or in their pre workout mix. I'm not in that party, so I use mine post workout, especially because it has those amino acids, and I use it for the recovery aspect and also for the energy aspect in my following workout the next day. Anyway, let's get into some of the ingredients in this. So it has vitamin C, vitamin B6, vitamin B12, calcium, phosphorus, sodium, potassium, creatine, of course, and a couple amino acids like glycine, L-valine, L-isoleucine, all those things. And then it has this natural support blend. Now, natural support blend, what do I think about it? I don't think there's too much backing it, but it's in there, it's whatever. I'm not gonna stress out about it, but what's important about it is that it has B6 and B12. So I pulled out this little like guide on vitamins and minerals, and just give you a couple things about B12 and B6. So B6 helps to reduce heart disease, helps convert some molecules in your body, tryptophan and to niacin and serotonin, and it helps in neurotransmitters, sleeping, stuff like that. Helps regulate blood cells, cognitive abilities, and immune function. Aids in a couple other things. These are, like I said, this is general health things. This is not specific to working out, but it's good to have, especially when you are trying to, or you exercise a lot, get proper sleep, proper neurotransmitter, mood regulating things. And then B12 helps with heart disease as well. Helps make new cells that your body's making, which is great for muscle building and good for your skin, things like that. Breaking down fatty acids and amino acids, which is good because your body needs to, when you ingest foods, your body needs to break those foods down and then use those parts to put back into the body and use it for growth. Also, it says on B12, protects nerve cells, encourage normal growth, and helps make red blood cells and DNA, right? So again, super, super general health things. This has 250% of your daily recommended B12 and 210% of your daily recommended B6. Okay, so why are they giving you 210, 250% of your daily intake? Well, one thing, these vitamins and minerals, a lot of them can be water soluble. And so that just means that you'll end up peeing some of it out. Your body's not going to absorb 100% of it, meaning, you're basically throwing more into your body than it can handle so that it can try to pick up more, and you're going to lose some regardless of the situation. But to the main ingredient of this is the creatine. If you don't know what creatine is, I recommend you just research it. There's tons and tons and tons of research on creatine. It basically helps you push your workouts a little bit harder. It in the ATP creating process, if you don't know what ATP is, it's adenosine triphosphate. It's the molecule in your body that's mainly responsible for energy. It provides energy, I should say, in all aspects of your body, whether it be muscle contraction or just doing things in cells. And that's why your body requires oxygen and sugar, like glucose, in the form of glucose, to make energy, which is ATP. So super important, helps a lot. I don't cycle creatine. Some people tell you to cycle creatine. I take 5 grams a day and I don't cycle it. But you can do what you want with it, honestly, but I think that's what I've done and what I enjoy doing. So I'll move on to something I take. Maybe in the last year I started taking it, but it's called Quadraline. It's by RSP. It says it's a stimulant-free weight management supplement, right? Okay, so what's important about that? So stimulant-free is basically saying it has no caffeine in it. I don't want this product to have caffeine. I like to drink coffee. I don't really drink coffee only for the caffeine. I like the flavor of coffee, so I'm not trying to OD on coffee, or I should say OD on caffeine. So I choose a non-stimulant one. And when it says weight management, what does that mean? So I take this because I'm trying to use a product that helps me accumulate less fat, basically, or try to use that fat as energy before it gets stored as fat. And the reason I do this is because, when I was on a cut, it just made it that much easier. And then when I'm bulking right now, I'm trying to prevent the amount of fat that I'm trying to gain and try to maintain it to be muscle, even if that means I'm going to be a little bit slower in gaining that weight. But to talk about some of the ingredients in this, there is acetyl L-carnitine. Okay, so that here on the back of it, I'll tell you, and I'll go into more in detail with some of these things, but supports mental function and performance, helps transport fatty acids, CLA, into cell mitochondria where it is converted into energy. So basically it's saying it helps transfer some of these molecules in the cell to the mitochondria, which is, if you've learned anything from high school, the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. What does that mean? It's the place where energy is created, right? So it takes these molecules to the mitochondria, uses it to create energy, so that it doesn't really get stored. And then you have green tea extract. They throw green tea extract in a million different things. Here, may support weight management by increasing energy expenditure. Assist the body in combating oxidative stress and free radicals. Okay, I'll talk about that real quick. So what are free radicals? Basically, free radicals are things in your body, or they're created in your body by your natural processes. And so the mitochondria creates these free radicals after cellular respiration. And these can be harmful to your body. Your body has ways of quenching these radicals, but that's why people talk about eating antioxidants, whether it be through a pill or natural foods like berries are said to be high antioxidant foods. And so this product, says it has green tea extract, which helps combat oxidative stress and free radicals. So in the end, it's kind of clearing up some of the things your body produces. And if you abuse your body in any certain way, like smoking or whatever it is, that will also create free radicals. And free radicals, the issue with free radicals is they cause damage to DNA. DNA can be damaged very easily. But there's many mechanisms in our body to repair that damage as well. We can use things like antioxidants or, radical quenching molecules to reduce that effect on our body, as well as we don't want damage to our DNA because, one, it can cause cancer or any other, malfunction in your body. And we're trying to prevent that because we're trying to be healthy, right, guys? So, like I said, there's acetyl L-carnitine. We talked about that. Now we talked about green tea extract. I'm going to talk about paradoxine. So this is like a trademarked chemical that they put in here. So it talks about helping activate brown adipose tissue for greater energy expenditure. Now, what does that mean? What is brown adipose tissue? Brown adipose, there's two fats in your body. There's brown adipose and then there's your other fats, right? And so what research kind of supports is that brown adipose tissue is responsible for using the stuff we intake, food and whatnot, to create energy out of it. And usually it's in terms of creating body heat. So they talk about, if you look up research on brown adipose tissue, they talk about how it is in mammals that hibernate. A lot of it is in mammals that hibernate. And so when they're hibernating, that brown adipose tissue can use the energy stores and create heat within a hibernating animal. That way, the animal can stay warm and survive, which is usually they're hibernating in the winter. So that makes sense. Also says helps increase the ability to prevent fat storage from dietary sugar. Okay, I don't know. Is that true? Maybe the dose on here that they give you and they say take 2 times a day, is it enough? I don't know. I looked up a study that was that they had, but it's from the company that made it, so could be skewed a little bit. But I was looking at the charts, and yeah, it supports some stuff. But like I said, if it's something that you aren't sure about, as long as it's not really harmful, do some research on the product. If you don't take this one or you take another one, don't just, I'm going to buy it. It's a weight management thing. There's all kinds of things that are thrown into these. I kind of just looked this one up and I was like, it seems like there's scientific backing for some of it. I'm going to try it and I like it. I don't notice anything too crazy because I don't believe this is the thing, or any supplement is going to be the thing that helps you keep off body fat. I think if you're going to help yourself do that, you need to do cardio or other exercising to help increase your own body's fat usage as energy. This is only a supplement. It only helps. It's not going to be your key. And then you also need to be in a calorie deficit if you're trying to really lose a lot of fat. But this is to more maintain my loss of fat versus as I gain weight in my bulk right now. And lastly, there's InnoBioCLA. So found naturally in dairy and animal fats, aids in supporting a healthy metabolism. So again, basic health things, and healthy metabolism will help you burn fat, and not only burn fat, but metabolizing anything, the food you eat to create energy, break down fats, break down proteins so you can use the building blocks, So again, that's all the ingredients in here. Oh, wait, actually, I forgot. It has chromium. And so the research behind the usage of chromium is that it aids in helping regulate insulin levels. If you're diabetic and you have issues, people are prescribed chromium and some other things, but I am not a diabetic, but it also helps, blood sugar and stuff like that. So if you do have an issue with that, maybe think about taking something like that, but I don't think, that's the answer to it. It may help. You would ask a doctor about that, not me. But to move on to the very last product, I use Vitamode, sorry, the glare. Vitamode is made by Evolution Nutrition, and it is a multivitamin, right? So it provides all kinds of things, ranging from, almost all the basic vitamins and minerals, including, zinc, magnesium, or manganese, chromium, copper, zinc, iodide, I already said zinc, biotin, B6, B5, B3, 2, 1, K1E, D3, C, A, as well as an enzyme blend, alpha lipoic acid, choline, boron, lipocene, right? These are all these kinds of things in here, and as I read earlier, and folic acid. But as I read earlier about all those B vitamins and what their properties are, I'll give you another thing. Biotin helps convert food into energy and synthesize glucose. It helps break down fatty acids. Good for healthy bones and hair. Ascorbic acid or vitamin C helps to lower the risk of cancer. It helps your immune system. It acts as an antioxidant. Let's see. Choline helps make and release neurotransmitter acetylcholine, which aids in many nerve and brain activities, plays a role in metabolizing, transporting fats. Look at all these things. These are all very important to your natural bodily functions. Folic acid, vital for new cell creation, helps prevent brain and spinal birth defects. Well, I'm not pregnant, so in pregnancy, but I'm not pregnant. Can lower homocysteine and help reduce heart disease risk. Let's see what else. Calcium, of course, very important. You know what? This doesn't have calcium, I don't think. That's a bummer. I thought this had calcium. You learn something every day. Calcium builds and protects bones and teeth, helps muscle contractions, relaxation, blood clotting, nerve impulse transmission, plays a role in hormone secretion and enzyme activation, helps maintain healthy blood pressure. I already talked about chromium. Copper, important role in metabolism, immune system. Iodine, part of the thyroid hormone, which helps set body temperature, influences nerve and muscle function, reproduction, and growth. Iron helps hemoglobin in red blood cells, myoglobin in muscle cells to transport oxygen. Needed for chemical reactions in the body, making amino acids, collagen, blah, 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 blah. Manganese helps form bones, helps metabolize amino acids, cholesterol, and carbohydrates. Molybdenum, which is in here, part of several enzymes, one of which helps ward off form of severe neurological damage in infants. Phosphorus helps build and protect bones and teeth, and part of DNA and RNA. Potassium balances fluids in the body, helps maintain steady heartbeat and send nerve impulses needed for muscle contractions. Diet-rich potassium seems to lower blood pressure. Let's see. Zinc helps form many enzymes and proteins to create new cells. Frees vitamin A from storage to liver, needed for immune system. Taken with certain antioxidants may delay progression of age-related macular degeneration. Not sure what that is. But a couple other vitamins. B1 helps convert food into energy, needed for healthy skin, hair, muscles, and brain. Riboflavin, which is B2, helps convert food into energy. Again, healthy skin, hair, blood, and brain. Niacin, which is B3, helps convert food into energy, essential for healthy skin, blood, brain, and nervous system. Vitamin B5 helps convert food into energy, helps make lipids, neurotransmitters, steroid hormones, and hemoglobin. I already talked about B6 and B12. Vitamin D helps maintain normal blood levels of calcium and phosphorus, which is important. A lot of calcium supplements come with vitamin D supplement combined together. So helps strengthen bones, helps form teeth and bones, can reduce number of spinal fractures. Vitamin E acts as an antioxidant, like I was talking about earlier, neutralizing unstable molecules, which are free radicals. Protects vitamin A and certain lipids from damage. Folic acid, I talked about. Vitamin K activates proteins and calcium essential to blood clotting, may help prevent hip fractures. Right? Okay, look at all this stuff. If you don't get your basic amino acids, your basic vitamins and minerals on a daily basis, you're not necessarily going to be sick, right? I mean, I didn't take a multivitamin for years. It's kind of a thing when you get older, your body isn't necessarily improving, right? Everybody talks about after a certain age, your body's all downhill from there. But these kinds of things, like if you maintain this for a long time, you're going to live a healthier life. You're going to live a better life. You're going to feel better. The reason I especially take something like this multivitamin is because I work out on a daily basis. I use a lot of these vitamins and minerals. I sweat some of them out. I pee them out, right? muscle contractions, I'm using calcium and potassium a lot, and you can lose a lot of potassium through your sweat. So these are your electrolytes that you need to gain back after a workout. On top of that, right, calcium and those other things that I was reading for bone health. When you're building a lot of muscle, especially bodybuilders or strength athletes, your frame has to get larger to accommodate your muscle mass. And so what's important about this is that healthy bones are going to be what's going to keep your muscles grounded onto them, and that you need your bones to grow so that it can support your increased frame, right? So if you don't have the proper bone growth, you could be affected. You could maybe cause an injury, or you could just structurally not be sound. But on here it also says immune support, which is also important. I forgot, we talked about some of that. Immune support, right? Antioxidant support, things to keep your body regulating itself more regularly, more efficiently, maybe help you get sick. If you're a person that gets sick a lot, maybe vitamin C, vitamin B12, all these different things. These things can help boost your immune system and live a healthier life. If people tell you, oh, I have high blood pressure, or I have this, the first thing I want you to do is reevaluate your diet, not just, oh, I need to throw supplements into my life. That's not the key, and that's not what I'm saying here. What I'm saying is, once you have your basic exercise and dietary regimen kind of set, then you can start supplementing, because a supplement is only a supplement to what you're currently doing, right? It's not the key to everything. I think supplements can give you an edge in athletic performance for sure, but you're only gonna really benefit from them if your diet and exercise are those things that are coming first and being the priority. Anyway, those are the three things I take on a daily basis. And if you want to look up any of these products or buy similar products, I bought JetMass for my aminos and creatine. I bought Vitamode by Evolution Nutrition for my multivitamin. And lastly, I bought Quadriline for I guess I'll call it a weight management supplement. Anyway, if you guys have any questions or you want me to clarify anything, just let me know. Thanks for listening.